It's pretty hard to believe that it's been nearly half a year since the release of the Galaxy Note 8. Crowned as one of the best smartphones of 2017, and to some it was the best phone of 2017, how well has it fared over the past 5 months? Is it still a good pickup, or should you wait for something else? With other great phones having been released, mainly the Pixel 2 XL, my SIM card has still found its way into the Note more often than not. I've been using it heavily since release and for the past 2.5 months straight as my daily driver. I'll go ahead and kick things off with performance because, as we all know, Samsung devices don't have the best track record when it comes to fluidity actually lasting. So yes, I've experienced stutters and hiccups, but surprisingly enough, performance is about the same as when I took the phone out of its box back in August. No signs of the infamous Samsung lag we all know and hate, at least in my experience. It's not as quick and buttery smooth as the Pixel 2 or the OnePlus 5T. There are times where it'll hang for an extra second or two, but at the same time, it's not a stuttery lag fest or anything. Battery life is about the same as well. I still get a consistent 5 hours of power user screen on time along with the occasional 4 hours and 45 minutes. And if we're talking moderate use, I can easily get 5.5 hours with the rare stretch to 6. Now, I'm not going to act like these are great numbers. Of course, I'd like to get the 7 hours of screen on time I can get on my S8 Plus, or the 6.5 to 7 I can get on my Pixel 2 XL. But in my use, the phone gets me through the day, and it even beats out my iPhone 10. The Note 8 has almost every trick in the book. It's loaded with features, but after all the hype dies down, which of these features are actually useful? How about the S Pen, the thing that a lot of people see as a useless gimmick? I see it as the opposite. While I'm not writing down people's phone numbers and sending friends live messages, I do use the S Pen to sign documents and contracts, and to do things like cropping, creating GIFs, and writing down a piano chord progression. I don't use it all the time, and it's not like I can't live without it, but since it's there, I'm able to find uses for it, and I really like having it around. Always on display is something that I've left enabled. I like being able to glance over at my phone to see notifications and get a quick look at the calendar. The fingerprint reader is something that I do not use for reasons you guys should already know about, and if you don't, you can just look at its placement and understand why I don't use it pretty easily. I do, however, use Face Unlock. It's been a bit of a surprise for me. I didn't start using it when I first got the phone, but in the 2.5 month stretch as my daily driver, it's been updated, and I found it to be super quick and more accurate than I initially thought. Of course, it doesn't work all that well at night unless my screen brightness is at or near 100%, but overall I'm satisfied with its performance and I plan on keeping it enabled. Wireless charging is what I use 90% of the time to keep the phone juiced up. I've got charging pads scattered all over the place, and I really love the convenience aspect. Samsung's skin on top of Android hasn't been bothersome to me. I actually really enjoy all the extra tweaks and all the little things that Samsung has added to sweeten the user experience, especially Bixby. Nah, just kidding, Google Assistant for the win. In fairness though, Bixby isn't horrible, I don't hate it, it's not completely useless, it's just that personally, I don't use it, and I really dislike the Bixby button. I hit it way too often. Now, there are a couple of reasons why I've been using the Note 8 over something like my Pixel 2 XL for the past 2.5 months, and one of the biggest reasons is this phone's form factor. Everything from the screen, the footprint, the materials used, to the phone's excellent feel in the hand. And while I absolutely love the phone's glass back, the scratches and the fingerprints can get out of hand, no pun intended, so I decided to use a dbrand skin. This time I went with black carbon fiber. Looks amazing, I love it. Link in the description if you're interested. While I'm trying not to turn this into a Pixel 2 XL versus Note 8 video, especially since I already made that video, I do find the need to mention the Note's cameras. The Note 8's cameras are good, but with the Pixel 2 being a thing, it's hard not to wish for a better camera experience, and in fact, I have found that I am less likely to take a picture, whether it be a selfie or just a random shot of something when using the Note 8. With the 2 XL, I can take a picture of anything while blindfolded and get a great looking picture. You guys know what I mean. The Note's cameras are nothing to sneeze at. They're easily top 3 to top 5 out there right now. And by the way, using the modded Pixel Camera APK, I can get some pixel-like looking shots. It actually helps out a good amount. And on the video side of things, results are good. Things like stabilization and audio are handled very well. I'm cool with the Note's cameras. They're fast, they work well, and there are some nice features, but I own a Pixel 2, and with it sitting on the other end of the room, I am likely to run over and pick it up when it comes time to take a picture of something. As I begin to close things out with this video, I do need to quickly touch on the fact that not everything has been sunshine and rainbows with the Note 8. I know there is the beta, but I still don't have official Oreo yet, and it's pretty sad just how easily scuffed this display has been. Big, bright, and beautiful it may be, some very unfortunate scratching has occurred, and I will definitely be using the Whitestone Dome tempered glass screen protector I talked about in the last video. So all in all, the Note 8 over the past 5 months has held up extremely well in my book. Of course, the tougher test is how well it can handle a full year, but as of now, the Note 8 is still a top dog and will continue to be so even after newer devices are released this year, mainly thanks to price drops. While a lot of people said, no, don't buy the Note 8, the thing is $1,000, well, that's not entirely the case anymore. If you know where to look, you can find brand new Note 8s for under $700. So yes, the Note 8 has fared very well. It's still a great buy for the right price, and I don't see it becoming obsolete with new devices on the way. It's the best all-around smartphone out right now, it's loaded with features, it's got the best display on any Android phone, and it's one of the few that has held on to that beloved headphone jack, which I do use, okay, Samsung? You know what to do, or what not to do. While I absolutely love my Pixel 2 XL and believe it offers the best user experience and sports the best cameras on a smartphone right now, there's just something that has kept me stuck to the Note 8 for the past 2.5 months. I love it. So what do you guys think of the Galaxy Note 8 a near half a year after having been released? Let us know your thoughts by dropping them down below in the comments section. As always, we love to hear your feedback. But anyway, that does it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, feel free to hit that like button, subscribe to the Android Police channel if you haven't already. That does it for me. I'll talk to you guys later, and thank you so much for watching.